Oh, hi. It's me, Justin, from Junior Battles. The only thing I like more than listening to recordings of myself playing music are recordings of myself playing music in my Jeep Wrangler. Sometimes I like just listening to my Jeep Wrangler.
But if you want to come to this party, come on through.
I usually play with rock bands, so like in bars, you know, so it's usually like loud environments. And I used to sort of like get halfway through a song and in my mind and be like, oh man, like, you know, I'm hearing like everybody's conversation while I'm playing. But now I can kind of zone that out and just like, I'm here to do this, I just do it and try to get into the song, you know, a little bit. And
is it hard though having that kind of separation? Because I imagine like the act of like recording is probably, you know, given the nature of the songs, it's probably like a fairly like, I don't want to say emotional experience because that sounds cliche, but you know, it's like a.
It's, you know what, recording is sort of like, I don't think necessarily the subject matter, but it's sort of it's involving, you know, like it's an involved process, like because it's just me, so like I'll sort of like focus on these little details that really don't make or break a song. You know, like the song's either good or bad, I think, in the first couple minutes of writing it. You know, like, but then I'll just follow down, even if it's the wrong road, I'll just keep going and picking out these details and trying to like get it right.
Yeah.
So I feel like I am like pretty stressed about that, and then, you know, playing live, I guess it's just a different stress, you know, but it's also fun. Like the good shows, I'd say 1 in 5 are like good, where like I feel like I can like win the room over, like more than half the people are there to see me. So it's like, you know, quiet enough and they can hear me and they appreciate it. So
yeah,
and those are awesome. Like that's like, you know, I feel like comfortable talking to people. And
yeah, because I'd read one interview, I thought there was a good quote, just you talking about playing and just half the time just wishing you were kind of drinking, watching someone play instead of actually, you know.
I mean, like most nights, I mean, honestly, like tonight will be fun because I think there'll be people here, whereas Quebec, you know, it wasn't very well attended or anything. So that's always fun. Like, but at the same time, you know, we're sort of heading home now, and my wife's with me, and it's like her spring break. She teaches high school, and we just got a puppy like a month and a half ago. So like I think today all day we're just kind of like, oh, I kind of wish we could just drive straight home. But you know, I'm here, and it should be a fun show. So
is the puppy on the road with you?
No, we left him with a friend, and I guess he's having a great time. Our friend's got a little dog too. So
yeah, what kind of dog?
He's a dachshund. We're not sure what the dad is. I think Pomeranian. But the mom's a dachshund for sure. So he's like a little hot dog with a lot of hair.
Nice.
He's
Dog's
great,
name?
Yeah. Oscar. But I mean, that's what like, you know, like I'm just getting old, and it's less and less fun to sort of like show up and hang out all night in like a bar, and you know, like not maybe know anybody, and then you know, I'm missing my wife and my dog and stuff. But it's great when, you know, I get to bring my wife with and stuff. So.
On the subject of you getting old, I think another thing that sort of really strikes me about the stuff that you've done specifically with Owen is how aware you seem of it and aware of the kind of nature of it, that, you know, that sort of like naked singer-songwriter thing you don't ever come across as some sort of wounded, melancholy dude ever.
I appreciate that. That's good. I feel like that sappy, wounded, melancholy dude all the time. Yeah. So it's cool. I think you're saying that I don't come across like
that. That's what I mean.
Good.
And if there's ever a hint of that sad, melancholy dude, you seem to be able to catch it. And I guess I wonder, like, are you as aware in other bands? Like, are you as self-aware when you play in another band? Are you that self-aware when you're doing things with, like, Joan of Arc or whatever?
You know, Joan of Arc, it's a completely different animal. Like, or my role is 100% the opposite. Like with Owen, it's all me. So every set, I sort of focus on these little details. Like Joan of Arc is like you show up once a year, once every 2 years, and it's like my brother Tim has like a batch of songs, and he's like, play drums to him, which is cool. And I can just worry about the drum part, and then he'll say, I kind of thought more like this. He doesn't play drums at all, so he'll be like, he's like, try hitting the hi-hat where you hit the snare, and then try hitting the floor time. Like he'll just, it's in his head what he thinks he hears, and so it's really like it's sort of like very non-stressful. You know, like somebody's sort of telling me what they want. I'm just sort of a piece of a machine, I feel like.
Where, like in the past though, where you have been in more of a like active songwriting position, have you been as aware of the music, or is that something you think has come with like getting old and maturing, whatever?
No, I think I definitely. I mean, yeah, like if I have a bigger role. I mean, it's really weird. Just with Joan of Arc, I've never written any lyrics or like. I feel like that's like a huge part of what Joan of Arc does. It's just a vehicle for what Tim has to say, you know, and it's really different than what I have to say. So
yeah.
You know, like we recorded a record like 2 months ago, and you know we spent a week kind of intensively in the studio, and in that week we sort of learned the songs, record them, you know, get everything done, and mix them, and then like a week later, Tim's like, oh, I got some mastered versions of the CD. You want to hear them? And I wasn't even there the day he did vocals, so like I put it in, and I'm just like laughing because I never heard the vocals before on the songs, or, you know. So it's definitely a different role, and I don't think I'm nearly as aware. I think it's just a chance to like kind of be laid back about it. I think with Owen, I think I know, like I think I consciously, like if I find it going down like that sort of sappy road too much, I try to like take a sharp turn with like a joke or like maybe a reference that'll like sort of lighten the mood or something.
It's a simple question.